Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the Hot Stocks Outlook for June 24th, 2016. Now, it's been a very exciting week in the markets with the Brexit vote, really creating a lot of volatility throughout a lot of the global indices. But I want to go ahead and demonstrate really this approach, some really exciting market trends that we've identified, really utilizing these concepts and this approach to trading, which really makes you highly adaptable to changing market conditions so that regardless if markets are moving up or down, you can make sure that you're on the right side and making some money. Now, I have a chart here, and these are daily bars and candles for lululemon athletica. And what you're going to notice is there's actually a blue line and a black line against those daily bars and candles. Now, the black line that you see on the chart there, that's a regular moving average. So an SMA, simple moving average, just takes the last 10 close prices, averages them together, and it's a lagging indicator. So it's just going to react to the next close price, average that value in, and really track the market. It's what we call a lagging indicator. Now, the blue line on the screen, that is actually a proprietary predicted moving average, really generated by a technology called neural networks. It's really able to identify multiple markets, so 25 of the 30 most closely related markets that are in this case known to affect Lululemon stock. Now, what we want to do is actually pay attention though to crossovers between that blue line and the black line. So essentially that lagging indicator of the black line, and whenever we see that blue line cross above or below, it's indicating to us that there's really a general trend change in the market. And as traders, we really want to get in on these trend changes early. So identify a trend change, get in early, and then manage that position as it moves forward so that we can really push our winners and really cut losers short. Now, that's the predicted moving average, and what I'd actually like to show you really quickly before I move on to this bottom indicator is a little bit behind the hood of what generates that value there. Now, I can go into the market tree here, open up Lululemon, and open up the properties here, and we can actually view what's referred to as the Intermarket. So again, a type of artificial intelligence called neural networks, able to analyze huge amounts of data, figure out, which market relationships are important, but then weigh each one of those relationships into an overall forecast. So essentially a short-term forecast so that we can, again, determine the market direction, and then also short-term know, hey, do we want to be a buyer or a seller in, market XYZ over that next two trading days. Now, we have the S&P 500, we have the Qs, these are the ETF groups. We also have the futures markets, things like the dollar index, crude oil, the European indexes, the Asian markets, very important things that all are going to affect really the price moving forward of Lululemon. So we can utilize these forecasts and again, help us make those trading decisions every day in the market. Now, getting back to the indicators though, we've gotten a really clear forecast as far as the overall trend direction moving to the upside. However, I want to explain this other indicator at the bottom because this will be very important to understand, how you can change and adapt to market conditions as you need to move forward, depending on whatever your trading style is, whether that's day trading, whether you trade options, whether you try to swing trade. Really important to just understand how you want to use this tool. Now, you're going to see that this indicator, the predicted neural index, it can either be a 1 or a 0. And it's looking ahead 2 trading days. So essentially signaling some short-term strength or weakness over the next couple of days and can help you understand, hey, do I want to be a buyer or a seller? Obviously in line with, hey, what is the overall direction of this trade? Now, what we're going to notice here is as long as that blue line remains above the black line and that neural index remains up at a 1, you want to go ahead and hold on to your position. And we've seen over the last 23 trading days since that forecast came through at around $63 a share, saying get long Lululemon, markets moved up almost 16%, around $9.80 per share. So a really nice move higher. But what you're going to notice is actually the accuracy of the neural index here. You see we actually dropped down to a 0 here, signaling some short-term weakness in the market, which we see over the next couple of days, but the overall trend still remaining to the upside. So that's what can help traders really identify, hey, is this trend continuing? Should I, be going ahead and getting out of the market and looking to short the market? or going ahead and possibly adding to my position and taking advantage of, that bullishness over the next couple of days here. And obviously a lot of bullishness while that neural index up at a 1 over that initial move higher. So, that's how we can use these tools to really help capture some of these really nice moves in the market. And you see from that entry point, essentially from that reversal, again, about a 15% move higher. So you have to see how those things move forward, but certainly the opportunity to trail your stops, lock in profit, and take some profit along the way off of these short-term forecasts. Now, another opportunity here in Symantec, but again, utilizing both these concepts, these two very clear, really easy to understand indicators generated from this technology and this process. Now, we can identify really the trend change happening in the market here, where our blue line starts to move above our black line, but we really want to identify that short-term strength or weakness that'll really help confirm this move, help us get better timing for when we need to go ahead and actually take a position in these markets. And we see that, the neural index actually remains lower here for a period of time, but the blue and the black line actually showing some separation over this time period as well. And then you get that really clear indication that, look, it's time to go ahead, get long the market, look to take those bullish positions to the upside, and a really phenomenal rally in the market. I mean, these are really the types of opportunities that you want to be a part of because they can really make just an unbelievable difference on your overall trading account when you look back over, several months and a year looking at your trading results. About a 25% move, about $4 per share on about a $17 stock. So a really nice rally higher. And you see, when this neural index is up at a 1, getting just these really phenomenal moves higher in the market over a very short period of time. In about 6 trading days, the market actually had moved up about 20% just in those 6 trading days alone. So another few opportunities here that we can take a look at. We've actually seen a lot of weakness through the financials. So this software actually forecasts for a lot of different ETF groups, commodity markets, currency markets, because it's able to identify really those global market relationships that are affecting, whatever stock that you may be trading, again, generating these highly accurate predictive indicators so that we can make much better trading decisions every single day in the market. But we see here Capital One, we'd gotten the forecast to the upside, saying the trend looks to be moving higher, and some really nice moves higher over this period of time. You see crossover to the upside here, neural index strongly up to a 1, and just a lot of bullishness over this period of time where the market does in fact move higher. But this is why this approach is extremely helpful because, leading up to periods of market volatility, you can have those good entries into the market, whether that be on the long side or the short side, and very clearly identify, which sectors or which markets you want to be trading at that particular time. So while we got in a nice rally in the market here, nice moves higher with the neural index over this period of time here, more recently, this crossover to the downside, and certainly this weakness from the neural index, signaling a lot of weakness throughout these stocks and a good opportunity to go ahead and get short, trade some put options, but certainly not be long the market. And things have definitely declined about 10% from yesterday, but I think things are further down a little bit, probably about a 10 to 12% move so far. So again, those options contracts becoming very valuable, as well as any short positions, able to lock in that stop, trail the market, and you see the overall direction still significantly lower at that blue line, not crossing above the black line, still forecasting things in a downtrend. So again, not everything here in the market all fun and games, but it's about adapting to those conditions as the markets change. And so again, taking all those concepts that we just went over, understanding overall direction as well as these 48-hour short-term forecasts from the neural index, we can see these forecasts and how they can help us adapt to market conditions. So you see crossover to the upside here at the beginning of the chart, nice rally higher. So we see crossover to crossover. Market moves up about 7 to 8% over that period of time. But more importantly here is really these short-term forecasts and how they work. Again, helping us adapt to changing market conditions. So we see a lot of separation between our predicted moving average and our actual moving average over this period of time here. Neural index up at a 1. And these really nice rallies and pushes higher in the market, about $6 or $7 on the market there, just over a few trading days. A little bit of consolidation. You see neural index down to a 0 here. Blue line and black line narrowing a little bit, but once that neural index comes back up to 1 again, big rally in the market until recently. Crossover to the downside, neural index at a 0. And again, this is one of those stocks that's experiencing a lot of weakness in the market, that using this approach, you can go ahead and be prepared for these things, whether that's taking profit, stepping aside from the market, or going ahead and knowing where to identify short opportunities so that as a trader, you can make money on the downside as well. This has been the Hot Stocks Outlook for June 24th, 2016. Thank you all for watching. Happy trading, and bye for now.